yaman, biyahe man kung saan-saan, kahit pa sino pa ang iyong angkan. What's up, Pilipinas? What's up, Pilipinas? Halina at liputin ang ating mundo. What's up, Pilipinas? Aming ibibigay ang inyong gusto. What's up, Pilipinas? Ang show na ito'y para lang sa iyo. What's up, Pilipinas? Tutok na. So what's up, Pilipinas?
Thank you, Gerald. His Excellency Dr. Abdul Malik Marvin Cascarino, Ambassador of Malaysia to the Republic of the Philippines, Mr. Muhammad Shukri Saleh, Vice Chairman of the Malaysian Franchise Association, esteemed Dr. Samuel Lee, Founder and Chairman Emeritus of Philippine Franchise Association, Mr. Alim Kepala, I hope I have your name right, Director Halal Task Force, Department of Trade and Industry, Madam Idan Zalani, Trade Commissioner of Trade in Manila. It is indeed a great pleasure and honor to be here today at the Specialized Business Mission representing the Ministry of Entrepreneur and Cooperative Development of Malaysia. We are so pleased with the presence of His Excellency Dr. Abdul Malik himself to grace this auspicious occasion. This shows the commitment of the Government of Malaysia in enhancing Malaysian market abroad. Thank you, Dr. I also like to thank the Embassy of Malaysia, Trade as a whole, the Department of Trade and Industry, DTI, Philippine Franchise Association, and Philippine franchise entrepreneurs for being here today. The ministry is also pleased with the participation of 4, as Joel mentioned earlier, local Malaysian franchise company to this event. Thank you also to the MFA for organizing this program. SBM, Special Business Mission, is an activity under the Enhanced Franchise Development Program, EFDP, under the Ministry of MDEC. With MFA as the main implementing agency, focuses on bringing forward international class local franchise brands into foreign market. Thus, this is why we are here today. Ladies and gentlemen, as the ministry entrusted with the responsibility for entrepreneurship development in Malaysia, MECD has developed the National Entrepreneur Policy 2030, which aims to transform Malaysia into an entrepreneurial nation by 2030. The NEP 2030 will definitely create a vibrant entrepreneurship ecosystem that ensures inclusiveness and enables all segments of the society to explore their entrepreneurial potentials. In doing so, Ministry also in the midst of launching National Franchise Development Policy, which is a comprehensive and a holistic policy to drive the direction of the franchise industry in Malaysia. It is the Ministry's great hope that this policy will further boost the development and expansion of the franchise industry, not only in domestic scene, but also abroad. Ladies and gentlemen, the franchise industry in Malaysia began to grow in the 1980s. Malaysia introduced the Strategic Franchise Development Program in 1994 to strengthen the franchise industry. And from there on, the Franchise Act 1998 was enacted, the very first in the Southeast Asia. Looking back through the journey, Malaysian franchise began expanding overseas in 1990. Since then, Malaysian franchise brands has grown rapidly with as many as 70 brands in 80 countries thus far. So I hope with this event here we could bring it much more. MECD as the ministry that regulates the franchise industry in Malaysia will continue to develop the potential of local brands to continue to grow and explore business opportunities in the international market. In 2022, the franchise industry has recorded sales of 36 billion Malaysian ringgit, which is an increase of 22% as compared to 2021. With such huge potential, we at the ministry believe and confident that the franchise industry is capable of contributing at least 50 billion Malaysian ringgit to the national economy by 2025. That's our hope, and we are working hard toward achieving that goal. For this to become a reality, the ministry is collaborating with all agencies, domestically and abroad, and together with the industry players to stimulate this growth. Ladies and gentlemen, cooperation between countries is very important to advance the industry to a greater heights. We believe Malaysia and the Philippines, as two neighboring countries with a strong diplomatic and economic relations, have great potential to strengthen cooperation in the franchise sector. The exchange of knowledge and experience between franchise entrepreneurs from both countries can lead to innovations and improved service quality. Both countries with extensive experience in franchise development can share best practices and strategies and share our unique experiences and approaches in dealing with local market challenges, either here in the Philippines or back home in Malaysia. Last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, we are hoping that this will bring us together, this event will bring us together to become a regional hub in franchise industries. With Malaysia and Philippines' conducive business environment, coupled with business encouragement by both governments, we can turn this into a greater success. With that, I thank you for your presence here, and we hope that we achieve what we are here for. Thank you so very much. Thank you.
The Ambassador of Malaysia to the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Dato' Abdul Malik Melvin Castellino.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mr. Check, Zainuddin Check Abuso, Second Division, Franchise and Vendor Development Division, Ministry of Entrepreneurship and Corporate Development. Mr. Muhammad Shakir Saleh, Vice Chairman of the Malaysian Franchise Association. Mr. Jake Santos, Executive Director of the Philippine Franchise Association. Professor Dr. Sammy Lim, Founder and Chairman Emeritus of the Philippine Franchise Association. Mr. Ricky Kuna, Director of SME's Philippine Franchise Association. My dear friend, Mr. Alan Dupont, Director of the Halal Task Force at the TI, Ms. Madam Intan Zalani, Trade Commissioner, Embassy of Malaysia, members of the Philippine Franchise Association, members of PCCI, members of MICCI, and of course, esteemed guests from the various franchise associations, and of course, my dear friends, which I always meet very often. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi in Malaysia. Mangalan umaga sinubahan. Very good morning to each and every one of you. First and foremost, it's a great pleasure and honor to be with you on this very important opening ceremony of the specialized business mission on franchise to the Philippines. I was struck when I came in by my photo. I hope it does me justice. But again, thank you very much. I shall always treasure this, which is a very nice way of welcoming your guests in the Philippines. I've attended many functions and I've seen my billboards, my faces in many billboards, so much so that I'm afraid to go out because everyone recognizes me in terms of when you go. But again, this is how warm and welcoming the Philippines is. And I want to thank you for taking your time off and busy schedules to be there this morning. And I also like to congratulate here the Ministry of Entrepreneur and Cooperative Development in Malaysia, the Malaysian Franchise Association, of course, Manila, for organizing today's event. Today is really a very special occasion, as I mentioned before, as we are organizing the very first specialized business mission focusing on franchise industry in Philippines, Manila. I'm of course pleased to welcome the 4 Malaysian franchisors who are participating in this mission, and I hope today's event will be a kickstart in establishing Malaysian franchises in Philippines. I also like to urge other Malaysian franchises to leverage on the opportunities that are abundant in this country. One of the key highlights of the Malaysian franchise industry is the successful expansion beyond borders. Malaysian brands are now household names in various parts of the world. In terms of the franchise sector, we are seeing an increasing number of Malaysian franchise companies in Philippines, including Zeus Coffee, Old Town White Coffee, Tea Life, and of course, Secret Recipe. And I also want to acknowledge here, of course, many other franchises from different parts of the ASEAN nation. I would like to acknowledge specifically my friend Mr. Ko, who runs the Tiong Baru chain in the Philippines. And I mentioned it before, I think Malaysian and Asian franchises from all parts of ASEAN has the ability and of course the quality to be able to expand worldwide. And I've seen this in many instances. Some of the brands that we go to from countries beyond ASEAN or Asia are present in our countries. But so I don't see any reason why Asian franchises cannot do the same. Because we have the ability, we have the product, we have very good products. And I want to acknowledge some of these companies I mentioned before, including Tiong Baru also, for taking the lead and of course being brave enough to go and venture abroad. And this is amazing. And I hope that this collaboration between Malaysian franchises, Philippine franchises, and of course the franchises from all parts of ASEAN will be able to come together in a spirit of collaboration and bring forth our ASEAN, our Asian products worldwide, and that's our dream. Back to again the Malaysian franchise companies. Zeus Coffee, a Malaysian brand, which started in the Philippines way back in September 2023, its first outlet in Quezon City. Currently, Zeus has opened 12 outlets in the Philippines, and the company has announced recently that it's targeting to reach 150 stores by the end of 2024. And I've seen this being done on a monthly basis. So this is a success story and a testament of the quality and appeal of Malaysian franchises in a global scale. Another very well-known Malaysian brand, Mary Brown, of course, will be settling up their fast food franchise chain in the Philippines soon, capitalizing the high demand for the halal food and beverage in the country. And this again, I threw a challenge to Mr. Check Zainuddin yesterday, that inshallah in the coming months, I hope very soon, we'll have a specialized franchise mission to Philippines focusing on halal. And I know Mr. Alim Tupau, with his hard work together with the Secretary of Vital, Secretary Pascual, will be very much happy and welcome. And of course, we want to see more Malaysian Philippine franchises attending our MIHAS will be done in September, where you meet many more Malaysian franchises in halal industry. We are very passionate about halal. Myself, Mr. Alim, and of course, BTI, and of course, my trade, where we think it is a clear and distinct opportunity to be able to develop this event in the Philippines and make Philippines one of the most, I would say, halal hubs in Asia. Of course, emulating Malaysian leadership in this context. And we are working very hard together with our team, with Alim, and I must congratulate Alim, BTI, and Passport on their focus on halal, which has gone exponentially since both the leaders, President Muhammad Marcos and of course President Dr. Sri Anwar Ibrahim, Prime Minister of Malaysia, met in March and July last year, where they pushed forward this industry specifically to develop our key industries in both countries. And I must say, with the launching of the halal strategic roadmap 2024-2028, Philippines is now on the road, and we Malaysians, as one of the most premier hubs of halal in the world, have the ability to support Philippines. Of course, this will create opportunities and of course synergy between both our nations, and that will further propel the development of our nations, both in terms of economy and of course of social livelihood and welfare. I would also like to encourage Malaysian companies here present to be a part of the Malaysian Chambers of Commerce and Industry (MICCL) to capitalize the networking among the members. Here, I'd like to acknowledge, of course, my president, I mentioned this all the time, Mr. Hans Hao, the MICCL president, is also present there. And please feel free to approach him after this to see how he and his board members can support you in this endeavor. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm also very pleased to announce that this year will be the 60th year anniversary of diplomatic relations between Malaysia and the Philippines. Our strong ties, ongoing ties, is a result of robust partnership on many fronts. More so, of course, is a testament to the transformative power of trade and cultural interaction, which, in my view, is key in shaping societies, fostering understanding, and driving economic prosperity. Malaysia and Philippines, of course, share many similarities. One of the key things is the warmth and friendliness of our nation. I've been in Manila for a year and 3 months, and I'm always amazed how the Filipinos and their families are very welcoming, and I think this is one of the strong points of Philippines, which Malaysia also has. And I think if we can combine and come together in the spirit of collaboration, warmth, and spirit of family, both our countries will continue to grow and achieve the common prosperity which we all hope and achieve. One particular area we are very keen, of course, is Mindanao. As you know, there is a strong, tremendous opportunity in terms of socio-economic development of Mindanao. And I hope the Malaysian franchises here, and of course the other franchises from ASEAN as well, but also look at how we can also support Mindanao in pushing forward the economic development as I see. The development of Mindanao not only develops Philippines, but also develops our ASEAN countries to build Niaga. That itself, I think, it would be a tremendous boost for our nation's economies. Aside from the franchise for this year, the Embassy of Malaysia, of course, through our trade office Manila, will be focusing on 3 main sectors, such as halal, information and ICT technology, as well as infrastructure, which includes building and construction materials and services. And of course, next year we hope to have more of these specialized institutions by our trade, and of course, hopefully by the Minister of Mr. Czech is leading to Philippines. So of course, I hope finally that you will find a great value in presentations that have been lined up today in order for you to equip yourselves with the much needed information and fundamental knowledge to take your business to the next level. The Embassy of Malaysia, through the Market Manila, will continue to bridge Philippine companies to Malaysian businesses and vice versa. And of course, I'd like to say in closing, once again, I hope you can stay throughout the days. I know you're a busy schedule, but please invite your friends who are still not here today to see how you can join us later in the afternoon as the day progresses. And I know today you will have a B2B session, and I hope that will be fruitful for all of you. Please do the necessary follow-up, and my team and I are really ever willing to support and assist you should you have further clarification or request in later date. In closing, let us celebrate the enduring friendship between our countries and Philippines, which is rooted in a shared history of trade and culture. Together, let us continue to harness the power of commerce and culture to create a more prosperous, harmonious, and interconnected ASEAN, interconnected Asia, and of course, interconnected world. To all the participants today, I see very eager faces. I hope you continue to stay throughout the day and let's work all together to ensure the prosperous development of growth of our countries, our nation, and our people. With that, thank you very much. Maraming salamat, and have a wonderful night.
Thanks. They're on stage. On my count, Ambassador, you will sign the flag of inauguration. So, 3, 2, 1. And once again, our esteemed guests of honor are requested to remain on stage for the presentation of appreciation mementos to His Excellency Dato Ambassador, to the PFA, and to the DTI. Okay, presenting our next memento to the Chairman Emeritus and Founder of the Philippine Franchise Association, Dr. Sammy Lim. We have esteemed Mr. Muhammad Shukri Saleh, Vice Chairman of the Malaysian Franchise Association. And presenting our memento for Aline Giapal, Director Halal Task Force of the Department of Trade and Industry. Once again, we would like to request esteemed Mr. Muhammad Shukri Saleh to do the honors. Once again, a round of applause to our guests of honor. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. You may take your seats once again. Maraming salamat.
Okay.
Joining us is also our representatives from the Malaysian Chamber of Commerce. of your gelato and creamy. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kuna.
Thank you so much, Joel. And of course, before I begin with, I would just like to acknowledge, of course, our good friend here, Our Excellency Ambassador Castellino. Good morning, Ambassador. And of course, our Chairman Emeritus and our godfather in PFA, the founder, of course, Mr. Samili. I think he just stepped out for a while. And to all our VIPs, good morning. I was said that I'll be presenting in front of mostly Malaysian delegates. I think it's a mix of our local entrepreneurs and delegates from Malaysia. And I just have a few topics which I want to discuss aside from introducing our organization, which is PFA. But again, the learning would not be much of a details, but more of sharing with you the importance of the landscape of the Philippine market as far as franchising is concerned. So we just prepared a few slides here. I hope you will bear with me. Sir, okay, please. Okay, they said the PFA is considered as the premier franchising organization in the Philippines. I've joined them for many years now, and we've been in the market since 1995, so almost 3 decades of really introducing and promoting franchising in the Philippines. And I would say the mission of the organization for the longest time is really to help and promote franchising as a tool to create businesses in the Philippines. Not only business, but to give a lot of jobs. You know, the PFA is a non-profit organization. So expect all those who are helping the organization, we as members are doing this for advocacy for many, many years. And we are a self-regulating body. It's really coming from the heart of really working hard to make sure that franchising in the Philippines is sustainable, credible, and something which we can be proud of. They said, we are the home of the most trusted franchise brands in this country. Yes, I believe both local brands and international brands are here. Our ambassador just mentioned famous brands from Malaysia and the Philippines. Most of them are my favorites. Delight, Old Town. I remember you were promoting Ambassador Old Town last year. And recently, I noticed about Zeus, right? Zeus Coffee. And these are very competitive brands from Malaysia, which they said, hey guys, in the Philippines, are you aware of strong brands coming to the country? I said, yes. And this is good competition because we even push local brands to go beyond what they can do. And also, I would say PFA is not only here to sustain franchising in the Philippines, but even make sure that we follow the standards of franchising. Yeah, FFS is very important. PFA is a strong group of almost 100 members and almost 500 brands. And I think since I joined the organization, it has been the backbone of most of the entrepreneurs, especially those coming into a startup and hoping that their brand could be franchisable. Okay. I see familiar faces here, even some Malaysian entrepreneurs are here who would attend our summit, our expos, and this just signifies the interest of the ASEAN group to really push for the franchising. I think that's the reason why you are here. Okay, the next slide. Okay, PFA is a proud member of the World Franchise Council. Very familiar, no? And of course, the Asia Pacific Franchise Confederation. In fact, last October, we had the summit meeting. It's a back-to-back meeting of these councils, international councils, and they were hosted by the PFA. And it was done also in schedule with our expo last year. It was a big event. For those who attended the 3-day session is worth remembering. For those who haven't attended, maybe next time you should attend. You shouldn't miss these big events of PFA because I'm telling you, you get everything. For Malaysian delegates who are here, later on I will flash on the screen some activities of PFA which you should not miss. Okay? Next screen, please. They said, Richie tried to discuss an overview of franchising the Philippines. Okay, let's go a little bit of data here, if you don't mind. The Philippines, I would say, for the many years now, is the franchise hub of Asia. Yes, no doubt. We have like more than 2,000 local international franchise concept. For those delegates from Malaysia who were here much earlier, I'm sure you went to most of the malls. You're just surprised the number of brands, even international brands who are all over the Philippines. And the franchise in the Philippines contributes around 7.8 to the country's GDP. And this is practically giving roughly around 2 million direct and indirect jobs. So just imagine the support and the things that the franchising industry is giving the country. Okay? And of course, they said, right now we are the 7th largest franchise market in the world and the largest in Asia. Do you agree? Yes, definitely. Yes, please. Okay, they said for most of our delegates from Malaysia, why come to the Philippines? They always ask me, Rich, how come you're pushing the Philippines, entrepreneurs in ASEAN countries to try to promote the Philippines, that this is the hub? Definitely, bear with me with some of this data, but again, the Philippines is the most competitive economies in the East Asia Pacific. Is the heart of Asia. Let's face it, we are in a very geographic location. Up north, you have Japan and Taiwan. Down south, you have our neighboring countries of Malaysia, Indonesia. I would say on the west side, you have China, Cambodia, Hong Kong is there. And look at the Pacific. This is the entry of all the businesses coming to Asia. So we are definitely a strategic country for businesses. Okay, despite the economic disruptions that we encountered past few years with COVID-19 pandemic, look at these numbers of the Philippines. The negative 17 is alarming of a GDP, but look at how the growth came in. In the second quarter of 2020, we are at a positive of 12.1%. And just look at the growth. I think we always mention this as entrepreneurs as age of redemption. Right? We practically lost everything during the pandemic. Not only lives, businesses, but even the eagerness to go back to business. So the redemption period, which I would say really pushed the Philippine entrepreneurs, was the key for these numbers to go up. And also consider the Philippines as a very young country. No? I see figures like 160 million young ones. I would say a lot of young ones in the room now, and not so young, but feeling young. And we always consider the young market as a perfect target customers. If you go around the market in the Philippines, for those who are the delegation here, look how aggressive the market is. It's like weekends every day. Look at the malls. Unbelievable. It doesn't change from Monday to Sunday. And that is a key for business. Next please. Okay, here are some of our international franchise in the Philippines, as I mentioned earlier, and our ambassador here. Malaysian brands are all over. They are not all over the country, but strong. And even telling our fellow local brands, look at them. They love the Philippines. We should love more the Philippines. Look at this now. Look at these brands coming to the Philippines. These are big brands. this is something I want you to check on, especially the Malaysian delegation. How to succeed the Philippines? Businesses. How can you survive the Philippines? They said, Philippines, they have so many brands. The Philippines, competition is too high. Regulations might be stiff. Yeah, maybe true, but this is the haven. This is where you should be. In fact, I want you to make sure that the Philippines is your second home as far as business is concerned for our Malaysian delegates. First and foremost, for our Malaysian business people who are coming to the country, make sure you have a good local partner. I think that's also practically the same with other countries. But it's good to have a strong foundation of Filipino partners in your business. Okay? And when you do landscape of the Philippines, it's not only focus on a particular place like Metro Manila. I myself, in my business, we are spread out, not only in Luzon or the metropolitan Manila, but in Visayas and Mindanao. There's so much market there. So in fact, our ambassador just mentioned, in Mindanao, huge opportunities are waiting for us. Okay? There's something I want to share. When you go to a country like the Philippines, live and act as a Filipino. When I opened my stores, my gelato shop in Japan, I had to stay there for months. Right? Feel the culture, the market, the values of these people, the likes and dislikes, I would say, what are their habits, buying habits especially. I just share with you, when I was in Japan, I had to change my color of my hair. Purple. Because I want to live like the Japanese. I want to feel the market. That's the best way to enter a country. Let's go to the next week. Understanding the Filipino consumer perfect. As I said, live like a Filipino. Don't come here because you are a business tourist. Come here because you want to learn and understand the real values of the market you're getting, which is the Filipino market. He said Filipinos are lovers of foreign brands. Yeah, I would agree, definitely. But again, Filipinos are very innovative in such a way that we are able to create businesses that seems like international, but are homegrown. Okay, so in the Philippines, there's such thing as the sachet mentality. Notice this. The Filipinos would love to have items in a small quantity. Something to consider. The Filipinos would love to eat not only 3 times a day, but even, I would say, even 6 times a day. Not even 5 times a day. And for those in the food sector, perfectly, Filipinos is the perfect market for the food sector. They love to eat. And not only that, they love to take photos. I remember a few years back, in my younger years, before we consume a meal, we would first pray, right? Prayers before the meals. Now, look at the young ones. Photo session first, before eating. No? Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, they do it. That's the Filipino market. And I want you to understand that the social media, the digital platform, all this stuff, that is the Filipino mindset. Okay? And we love, look at number 4, the Filipino values of eat all you can. Woo. And the buy one, take one, anything with freebies, we love it. It's a come on. Remember that for our Malaysian delegates. And of course, endorsers are left and right. We don't need the big celebrities. Even influencers are doing well in the Philippines through social media. That is the Philippine market. Next, please. Okay, they said, Richie, you are introducing BFA to the attendees, especially to the Malaysian delegates. But what can your organization do for them? Okay, first and foremost, there are venues in the Philippines which are being handled by PFA, especially our annual franchise show, the Philippine Franchise Expo. And these are done before, during the last quarter of the year, but now they are being held at the first by April of the year. So that's something which you should not miss. Put in your calendar, our secretariat is here, book it. Get all the information because that is a showroom of the Philippine market. That is PFA. Another thing that you should not miss are the summit and the conferences, which is, I know, coming September, we'll be heading for the 2024. These are things you should not miss as far as if you're interested of getting into the Philippine market. Never miss it. If you miss that, a lot of catching up. I'm telling you. Okay, don't forget those big events as far as PFA is concerned. And PFA, I would say, is the hub of the CFE. This is the Certified Franchise Executive Program, of which more and more Asian countries, neighboring countries, are attending. No? This is done by PFA, scheduled into the year, of which you are taught for a couple of 2 years, I think, for learning to be a certified franchise. We are all here, CFEs, my beloved godfather here, our founders, Mr. Samilin, would always insist, Richie, you join the CFE. You should join the CFE. Otherwise, you lose the essence of real franchising. Okay? Yes, please. Okay, these are the dates that I am mentioning. Don't forget September 2 and 3 of 2024. Don't miss it, please. It's a must, no? To be attending these franchise conferences. It's a one-stop shop. Lot of speakers, lot of sharings, which we believe, no matter of day or two, you cover the things that you have to learn, you should learn for many years. Next, please. And of course, next year, enough time to prepare the April 25th to the 27th, the Expo. Very important. Okay, so there's nothing else. I would like, of course, to thank everyone for attending our session and listening to PFA. And again, as a reminder, if you are entering the Philippines, make the Philippines as your second home. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. Good morning, magandang umaga to everyone. So today, I will be presenting on the doing business with Malaysia. I think just now, PFA has been briefing on why you should do business in the Philippines. So my role here in Market Manila is to promote Malaysian businesses here in the Philippines. I hope today's event will be beneficial for the Malaysian companies to explore business opportunities here. Since today we are also bringing quite a number of industry experts from all over the Philippines to come to this event, and hopefully you take the opportunity to network as well. So just a brief info. So Malaysia, we are strategically located in ASEAN, and with a population now of more than 32 million, trade is one of our main activities. And for today's event, recognizing the many opportunities here, today we are bringing a total of 4 Malaysian companies, and all of them have their booth at the back. So after this, all of you here, feel free to visit them at their own booth and to do a further discussion and business matching as well. So Malaysia, We trade with more than 200 countries, and in terms of trade, we are ranked as number 24th as trading nation. And for export and import, we are ranked 25th. So in terms of trade, if you see from the graph here, trade has been driving the growth of Malaysian economy. So back in the 70s, Malaysia's total trade amounted $3.07 billion, and in 1990, it grew to $58.71 billion. And so last year, Malaysia recorded a total of $578.09 billion of trade, and this has been a very positive growth despite last year being quite a challenging year in terms of the trade performance. Okay, I'm just going to delve deeper just a little bit on the trade statistics. So just to share, Malaysian trade performance for 2023 in terms of trade, export and import, it contracted due to the slower demand in commodity prices, down cycle in worldwide semiconductor sales, and high global inflation as well as geopolitical tension. So for total trade between Malaysia and Philippines last year, it was valued at $7.91 billion, and Philippines is the 16th largest trading partner for Malaysia. In terms of export, from Malaysia to Philippines is valued at $5.79 billion. So for Malaysian services export, the latest figure that we have now is from January to September 2023. So in terms of growth, double-digit growth was recorded for trade, for export, and also import. So for franchise, I guess it also comes under the Malaysia services sector. So we are hopeful based on the growth that we had last year. This year we will be seeing more growth in terms of Malaysia exports and also the availability of Malaysian brands in the overseas markets. So just to share with you, Malaysia is also a signatory of free trade agreements in for bilateral and also regional FTA. So between Malaysia and the Philippines, we have the RCEP and also AFTA, which Malaysian company can also take advantage of this. So why you should trade with Malaysia? Of course, we have a diverse range of high quality products and services, good manufacturing practice, reliable suppliers, and which comply to the international standard. And we also have a professional business culture as well as friendly business environment. And most importantly, we also have government ministry like the Ministry of Entrepreneurship here and the Malaysia Franchise Association, who is driving the growth, especially for the franchise industry in Malaysia, to go all over the world. So today, we are featuring 4 Malaysian companies from the franchise sector. So actually, we hope to bring more, but I believe Mr. Cik Zainuddin has promised that there will be more mission after this, focusing on the franchise industry, which we really welcome. I believe based on the presentation by PFA, Philippines will be a very big opportunity for the Malaysian franchise industry. So today, the 4 Malaysian companies are QBs. I hope you can stand up and just slide. That is QBs. They are Malaysian Premier Preschool and Kindergarten provider, providing world-class quality education program. And next, we have Muzart. So Muzart is the provider of cognitive and art education for children. Muzart, yeah. We also have UC Mas, the service provider in arithmetic development program. And last but not least, we have Iris Pro, the provider of optical solar films. So I believe with Philippines considered as the franchise hub of Asia, the Malaysian companies who are here should take this big opportunity to meet, to network and connect with the Philippine industry experts here. So I'm sure you all have so much to discuss about, and hopefully this will translate into realized sales and opportunities here in the Philippines. So just a brief overview on the Malaysia franchise sector. So we have the regulators or accreditation bodies. Just to share, like our Ministry of Entrepreneurship here, who also driving the growth for the Malaysian franchise industry, also supported by Madrid, because like for Madrid, our role is to promote Malaysian brands overseas. And under the Association or Chambers of Commerce, we also have the Malaysia Franchise Association as one of the major driving force for the franchise industry in Malaysia to go all over the world. And we also have the industry players, mostly from the food and beverages, education, retail, beauty and health, and also clothing and accessories. So in terms of the trade figure for franchise industry, so under the Department of Statistics Malaysia, I believe for franchise industry, performance are measured based on charges of the use of the property such as patents, trademarks, copyrights, and also franchises. So based on that, as you can see for the figure for 2023, total trade for charges of the use of intellectual property for franchise is valued at $2.91 billion. And this has been a tremendous growth because back in 2019, it only recorded $2.14 billion. So hopefully this year with this type of program, with this type of activities, we will see more growth in terms of franchise industry from Malaysia to the world. So in terms for franchise industry, of course, so many things that the Malaysian franchise industry need to be done to improve our rank in the world figure. And today, event is part of the government of Malaysia initiative to further push the Malaysian franchise industry in general. So with the presence of the industry players here this morning, I hope more opportunities will be discussed and realized. So as of today, we have 70 Malaysian franchise that have established themselves and presence in 80 countries. So among the brands include Mary Brown, Manhattan Fish Market, Secret Recipe, Nelson's, Royal Selangor, Global Art and Creative, Smart Reader, Pony, even Cuties, and also Laundry Bar. So the top 3 countries for Malaysia franchise industries are Saudi Arabia, Indonesia, and also United States. And we hope to see Philippines in that top 3 ranking in the near future. Just to share, this is some of the Malaysian brands now in the Philippines. This is not limited to franchise, but our major brands of Malaysian companies here. The biggest brand would be, of course, would be Maybank, which is the biggest foreign bank in the Philippines currently, with more than 60 branches. We also have CIMB Bank, a fully digitalized bank here in the Philippines. Aside from that, a number of well-known brands for franchises include Zeus Coffee. They recently just opened their outlet in SM Makati, so I would like to urge of you to go there. The last time I went there, I actually have to wait like 15 to 20 minutes just to get my coffee. That just to show that the popularity of coffee here in the Philippines, and I believe this will open up for more opportunities, especially in the F&B, in the education, retail, for franchise, Malaysia franchise to be here. So before I end my slide, I also would like to take this opportunity to promote Malaysia's signature halal event, which is Mihas. I just had a discussion with Mr. Alim just now, and we are really glad to see the support of the Department of Trade and Industry for this event. So I believe, let's give a round of applause for Mr. Alim and Mr. Alim. So last year, we had 16 Philippine halal exporters in the Mihas 2023. So hopefully this year, with under Mr. Alim, we will see more participation under this event, because I believe this will not only promote Malaysian halal products, but it's also a good event to promote Philippine halal products, and especially with the growing halal demand here in the Philippines and the launching of the Halal Strategic Master Plan. This will be a very good event for the Philippine delegates to come to Malaysia. And here also, I think at the embassy, we have been working closely with DTI, especially for a number of halal events. And I believe to grow, not only, we don't want to grow alone, we want to grow together. So I believe Malaysia and Philippines, we can continue to support each other to in terms of franchise, in terms of halal, which I believe will benefit both countries. Just to share, this is some of the clusters that will be promoted during this year's MIHAS. Not only limited to food, but we are also promoting sectors like e-commerce, education, retail and franchise, pharmaceutical, media and recreation, Islamic finance, cosmetic, Muslim-friendly tourism, as well as services and enablers, also Islamic arts and crafts. So that's the end of my presentation. I hope the Malaysian delegates will take this opportunity to network with the industry players here, since you don't get to have this kind of event often. So please make use of this event, and thank you so much, everyone.
Di ba nabababa yung...
Good morning, everybody. I know everybody is actually hungry, so bear with us for a few half an hour. So my name is Iris. I'm from Arisco, the founder of Arisco. Arisco is a window film which is called half-tinted and dual-tinted, which is actually to protect our skin and eyes. Right? We are not the originally tinted, but we actually the optical solar. Hence, Iris Pro is actually eye protection. So let me introduce about my company, about us. Iris Pro actually we found in 2005, right, in Malaysia. Can you hear me, right? Thank you. In 2005 in Malaysia. So from 2005 until 2019 and up to 2023, we're actually growing. We're actually growing from one country to few countries right now. Right? So this is our mission and vision. We would like to provide. Thanks. This is better. We would like to provide long-term solution and sun protection, and to become the benchmark of energy efficiency with international business standard. So our vision is actually to grow and excel a world leader in the window film industry through our innovation, diversification, and expansions. So this is our vision. And what makes us different? We actually using the glasses. I think a lot of people wearing blue light glasses to protect their eyes. We are using a blue light glasses technology to infuse into our window film. So we also have a hot melt process, multi-layer hot melt process, layer by layer, which actually melt together to make sure that our window film will not degrade throughout the warranty period. It can protect you up to 10 years. I believe that a lot of people have half naked. At initial, you may feel maybe very cool, right? But after a few years down the road, it will start to feel hot. This is why the degradation has been happened. So why we need anti-blue light window film, right? I think a lot of people know blue light. It actually can cause our eyes disease, cataracts, and so on. Then blue light actually from sunlight is actually much stronger. It's 100 times stronger than our gadgets, our LED device. So a lot of people wear the blue light to protect the eyes when we read throughout the monitor screen, but they forget sunlight, blue light is actually much stronger. So, global warming. This is because of global warming. Why Arisco? We need Arisco. And we need Arisco anti-blue light window film to protect our skin as well. From the SPF, I think a lot of women will wear sunblock, right? So from SPF 30, 40, 50, PA++++, and now even the sunscreen require anti-blue light. Why? It's just because our ozone layer becomes thinner, and then more UV and blue light penetration to our earth. That's why we need more protection. Can you play the video, please? So we have played a short video to show you how actually iris bowl can protect you and also can reduce the heat up to even 50 degrees C, right? Essentially to save your energy as well. So this video is a live video that we can show you the actual performance of iris bowl. They love it. I think women will love it, right? We want to protect our skin, right? So from the video itself, you can see actually how much temperature it can be reduced. So you have a very comfort interior, and when you're driving, you're being protected, your family are being protected. So after seeing the video, ladies, do you have any eagerly that they want to clean the team already? Just now we show a demo to
And I'm representing UC Mass this morning, and I was told I have 5 minutes, so you're not going to hear a lot from us. We'd much rather engage you at our booth at the back, where we can then answer the questions that will really explain to you why UC Mass is seeking a master franchise, a national franchise in the Philippines. Alright? But before I go on and yap away, I have organized for you to actually see for yourself what UC Mass is all about. Can we play the video for everyone, please? And I promise, 5 minutes. That's all I will. Not stand between you and lunch.
Lunch na ba? Awesome.
That this opportunity exists for you. And I'll explain why right after the video. There you go.
Franchise ownership is exciting for many people, and it can be a lot easier than a new business to handle from the start. Collaborating with a successful business partner offers many advantages, including cost efficiency, improves productivity, and hence increase the chance for success. Education is a journey of a lifetime. Therefore, investment in the education industry is a sure bet for a successful business venture. UC Math's program provides quality education, and this is the best time to venture into this industry. UC Maths is a unique and scientifically proven brain development program designed for children to develop their latent mental power at a very early age when brain development is reaching its peak. By incorporating innovative and modern teaching approaches with the application of the abacus, UC Maths has established a new level of education that is beneficiary to learners and also fun at the same time, generating more interested learners. Being among the finest in the industry and a top education brand in the world, UC Maths is now home to more than 80 countries, covering 5 continents of the world. And since our establishment in 1993, we have touched and transformed the lives of millions of children worldwide. Why choose UC Maths? Research proven, result proven, development, branding, business model. No experience required, guideline on venture setup, and know-how will be provided. We will provide you the training, complete teaching materials, marketing strategy, and also business support. Your learning curve will be improved tremendously, and you can achieve success at a faster pace. Together, we can achieve bigger success with Malaysia's best mental education program. With just one-time investment, can create a huge positive impact on long-term returns. Dream big, and your desire for success will be achieved. It's time to join our UC Maths big family now. Please feel free to drop us an email at franchising@ucmas.com.
Thank you very much. So, you heard that this is a big franchise. It's not only a big franchise, it's proven, it's scientific. They have franchisees in over 5 continents and 80 countries. And they have over 5,500 franchisees worldwide. So it's not a new franchise. And they are not testing their waters with our children. They have proven it across generations literally, because they've been around for over 20 years. Now, they have a methodology and they call it comic jars, right? And that's where it's an acronym for C is for concentration, O is for observation, and M is for photographic memory. Now, if I had the opportunity when I was younger, I'm pretty sure my memory would be working a lot better than it is right now. And then we've got imagination, right? And we've got creativity. So this already gives us the first 5 acronyms of comic. And then we've got the next 4, jars. Jars would be for very essential life learning skills like judgment, right? The fact that you need to be able to apply what you learn. It's not just book smarts, it's also street smarts, right? And then it's also about reasoning, being able to reason for yourself what is right and what is needed for yourself as you tackle life's challenges. And then finally, when you realize you have good judgment and you can reason, then you build self-confidence. Isn't that what we want for our children? I think that those are life skills that are founded from a very, very simple origin from the abacus. And from that, the learnings and the teachings, they're developed. We've developed training programs like this. And it starts from different levels, and in each level, you've got different books, and then everything is nicely illustrated, and it's a training that actually enhances the brain capabilities of our children. And why this franchise is so interesting is that it's not only about the program, it's not only about going to the classes, it's also about the stories that the students that have graduated from this program, what they have to share. And in fact, if you want to see some of these videos, you can ask Mr. Wong or Ara over there. Can you please raise your hands, gentlemen? Wait, yes. So those two gentlemen there are ever ready to share with you all the brilliant testimonials that people have, who have graduated, have to say about this program. And at the end of the day, it's a franchise where the franchisor knows that the franchisee needs to be successful in order to be a successful brand. And early, Mr. Richie Kuna said that, to be successful, you need to understand the business, you need to understand the land. And I will say, I for one, have been working in the Philippines for now over 10 years. In fact, I said I was jealous a little bit earlier. It's because when I'm not representing UC Mas, I'm also a franchise consultant, and I have a lot of experience with many different brands. And because of that, because of the fact that Philippines is such an amazing land of opportunity for franchisors, I myself took on a franchise from Singapore. It's called Seriously Addictive Math, and that was about 8 years ago. And with that brand, it doesn't even do all these things that I just explained to you with Comic Jars, the values that Comic Jars brings. We have been able to open almost 50 outlets for our math program. So unfortunately, because I'm already such an entrenched franchisee in a program, although they teach different things, it's still mathematics. But what I'm trying to share here is that every parent in the Philippines, we love our children so much, and we are willing to invest in our children. And with UC Mas, their pricing, I heard somebody ask about pricing. We all care about pricing, but we also care about value. And what we are here to do is to talk to you, understand what is needed for the franchisee to be successful, and then price accordingly. Those are important things as a franchisee going into a business, because you want a franchisor that's going to make you successful. And they've definitely proven their capabilities by actually having already 5,500 franchisees worldwide. And you know what's another very interesting thing that will fit the franchise market for the Philippines? Is the fact that UC Mas has competitive programs, right? And they have this program called the International Grading Exam. It's called the IGE. And they have it at the national level, and they have it at the international level. And one of the things that I think is very exciting is because I know a lot of my Filipino friends whose children go for these international competitions. And you know what? By getting all these qualifications, they are able to build amazing personal stories when they want to go overseas, when they want to get other education. I have some of my friends who are sending their children on scholarship to Singapore, and they are worried about their children being away from the Philippines for the first time. But guess what? If your kids come to Singapore, there's Auntie Sian that's there who will give you a guiding hand. So anyway, I promised that I would not speak too long. I just wanted to say that this is a great franchise because this is a great market. And if you are interested in bringing education to your nation, to your children, to enhance their brain power and life learning skills, you definitely need to stop by our booth at the back, alright? And look for Mr. Wong and Ara. Okay, I'm done.
Alright.
Hello, good afternoon. Selamat tengah hari di Malaysia. For Philippines, I would say magandang hapon. Is it correct?
That's correct, sir.
Alright. Okay. So today with you, I'm Ali, Business Development Advisor for QD's Education. So I will be representing our company for today's session. Alright. So this is our company background, where our vision is to provide world-class quality educational programs for the development and realization of the global knowledge, academy in order to empower young minds globally to be the best that they can be. Right. And our mission is we are constantly striving to make learning intelligent, inspiring, fun, and creative for children. So this is what our mission is, that make the core values of QB's Love to Life
Values are guiding principles we believe in and for and live out to inspire our children to learn to love, love to learn, and as well love the community. So we are making what we can say is children character in future generations. Alright, why QDs? Why should you choose QDs? So the important thing is we are an award-winning preschool in Malaysia and we are since 1992. So it has been more in the market like 33 years this year. And I can say we has almost 300 franchise for central, regional and internationally. So for now, we become one of the leading childhood education brand of choice for franchisees and parents in Malaysia itself and throughout the world. Programs with cutting-edge technology for preschoolers to meet demands on 21st century. So meaning that we provide a different type of learning system. Alright? As our company milestone, we have established a network of almost 300 centers regionally and nationally across Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, Bangladesh, Myanmar, and the Philippines as well. We already have 2 franchisees here in the Philippines, and we are opening soon in Melbourne and also in Thailand. Alright, QDIS has also impacted the lives of over 250,000 students to date. As we can see, we have been here in 32 years in the market. We can see the growth. People coming to our booth and saying, I'm from QDIS at the age of 30. Alright? So next, 5 reasons to franchise with QDIS is of course, first, educational as a stable industry. As I can say, educational is the last part people want to cut their budget on. Alright, next is going to be the 360-degree support and R&D. What makes QDIS different from other brands is because we have our own R&D. What does this R&D do? Our R&D do a lot of research on how to teach and how to learn the fastest way. And we have the testimonial as early as 4 years old, they can read a book already to their parents. Alright? So next, this R&D makes the students more interactive study, and it helps the student to achieve the support from the teachers. Alright, the next we go for the award-winning teaching methodology, so which is a QDIS think and think methodology. It is effective through an innovative approach, empowering students and teachers alike. So it doesn't have to be a very good teacher to teach, as long as they can have patience for the students. Next, we have a brand that you can trust, because we are the brand laureate best preschool brand for 10 consecutive years in Malaysia. And SME Best Global Franchise Business Model Awards 2016 and 2017. And next is our established network. With over 200 centers regionally, the QDIS family is growing fast and strong. As I can say, in Malaysia, we have one franchisee that have 9, 10, and even 12 franchise in Malaysia as well. This is our milestone, which is from since 1992 and up to now 2024. This is all we have achieved. Alright, alright, this is what makes QDIS different. Most important thing is the Think and Think methodology programs. This Think and Think methodology helps build strong learning foundation for children by linking the logical and creative mind, enabling them to experience holistic, engaging, and accelerated training and learning. This is what the difference from QDIS, because we provide the characters or a role model as for the students to learn and make them as part of their lifestyle. So we have like for reading, for mathematics, for science, and all other subjects. Alright, we have 3 kinds of programs that offer the QDIS, which first is half-day programs, full-day programs, and as well as enrichment programs. So these half-day programs for the 2 years old up to 6 years old. Alright, these are our EDP programs. We have a lot of fun activities for them, not just reading the book, watching the screen, watching the whiteboards. They have interactive modules as well. So this all will be covered under the Philippines Foundation program. We have the Science Master of Language of English, Mandarin, and Bahasa Melayu, where we can change it to Philippine and Tagalog. Alright, next will be social emotional development, physical development, creative development, and also Islamic studies and Jawi. Alright, for full day programs, we will provide the homework coaching, the robotics and coding, which this is new R&D from our team, and also social skills and character building. So this is our enrichment program. We have international English, international art, IQ math, and also Mandarin. So this is our new program called Robotics and Coding, where it is to learn coding in math school of the 21st century. The kids will start as early as 3 to 4 years old. So these activities, we are one of the franchise innovation in Malaysia, and we are learning beyond the classroom. So meaning that the children were not learning inside the classroom, but when they go back home, they also can learn and study as well. So we have our Qdis YouTube, Qdis TV, and we also have our mobile apps for App Store and the Google Store, Google Play. Alright, so this is what difference. This is what we are different. That's why we are one of the leading companies in educational. Qdis Center Multimedia. So they are learning based on multimedia. So it's not like a very complex or boring kind of learning. So we have our module. We have to play the module 1 up to until QF 6. Alright? So we provide a CMS for the franchisee, and it is for them to track their records, track the revenues, track the profits for the year or for the month. So this is a teaching hub that we provide. It's all by system. So it doesn't have to, you don't have to have a good knowledge for business. We provide all for you. And most likely, other preschool, we provide you apps for the teachers, for the parents, and also for the kids. So this is for the parent apps. As I can show you, you can see the attendance of the kids, whether your kids already arrived or they have to go back. It's all be updated in the apps. And also for the gallery, what kind of activities they will be doing today and throughout the days. And also the calendar for future notes or anything, sports day, events, all inside our calendar. Alright, this is mobile apps for the kids. That's now that I showed you. This is list of programs you can see. This is our social media. We have YouTube, Qdis TV, Facebook, Qdis Worldwide, Instagram, Qdis Official, and TikTok, Qdis Official. Alright, this is the new program that I shared to you earlier. The new program robotics and coding, we have the multimedia, so they will be learning based on the screen, and the teacher will illustrate on the whiteboard, and they will be doing it on hands. Alright, so there's one kind of events. Alright, as you can see, they will be moving this robot by using phones, and their code is inside the phone. Alright? And what's the best thing about us is we have STEM, which is science, technology, engineering, and also mathematics in one syllabus. So first, it's not just learning by the screen. They also have to make their own, like submarines, how to move a submarine, about nature, about engineering, how to make mechanical engineering, and so on. So this I will show you how we look like in Malaysia as a landed property. Alright, this layout for Qdis. Ground floor, first floor, and this the 3D. So residential exterior, you just go through, this is our playground, this way they can learn how to do plantations, and for pet, it's a for them to interact with the animals. Then it's a LC, duplex, reception area, this one, YouTube, and then this common area. There's a lot of, as you can see, the booth, the small booth like that, for the kids to use. Alright. Okay. So this is how our classroom looks like. There's a screen, there's a whiteboard, and also there's a table. So everything they will learn in an interactive way by using the TV or screens. Then the teacher will be illustrating on the whiteboard and then followed by the kids. So it's very fast learning activities. Alright. So this is our CI for the polite in the toilets. And I shall say, we cannot spell success without you. Let's join hands. We can go back to our booth behind. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Judy.
Thank you. Selamat sejahtera and salam Malaysia bernyanyi to all of our DNPs. And then we have my friend Encik Shukri, we have Puan Intan for my friend. Okay, now let me see. Good afternoon. Yeah, Mr. Richie just now said that you guys are going to eat 6 times. I'm trying to cut it short, okay? I'm trying to cut it short. Just need to spend 5 minutes to let you see that what are the unique selling points and why is it beneficial for all of the children in Philippines. I'm Sammy from Mozart International, and this is the franchise business that we expand called Monex. Okay? Now we established since 2009, has been in the industry for 15 years. Okay, so these are the awards that we already obtained. One of it is from JCI, Junior Chamber International. And then we have Malaysia Books of Record. And then we do have Singapore Books of Record as well. So as you can see, Singapore is one of the top 8 best education in the world. Still, they love this art education. So there must be something that inside us that attract why the children in Singapore need this as well. Okay, so without further ado, let me tell you the unique selling point of Mozart. Bonnets by Mozart. So normally when we talk about art education for the children, starting from the age from 2.5 to 12 years old, normally just color and painting, crayon, poster color, or just color. Yeah, wait for a minute, yeah, and everyone's excited for the video, okay? So the best part is we embedded encyclopedia knowledge in our art. So not just painting, it's beyond art. So one art piece, one knowledge. Okay, let's see the last one. When you wash your hair, yes, you must use shampoo. Everyone knows we must use hair shampoo. But why you cannot use detergent? Why? So that's the knowledge behind the fun facts. Encyclopedia knowledge. And then I give you one example. Have you seen the housefly? You know, the housefly that you want to kill the housefly, they stop on your food there. They keep rubbing their head. Why? Normally people, we don't know why. Because we just want to concentrate and keep the housefly, right? So because the housefly want to fly, that's why they keep rubbing the head, throw away the dust, so they can fly easily. So that's the thing that your children will learn. So instead of you read encyclopedia, your children create encyclopedia knowledge. So that's the fun part about Monet. And then again, this is one of the sample artwork. Okay, why does the sun rise always from the east? Yeah, you don't ask me. I don't ask you as well. Your children will go and ask. Okay, so your children will brag to you. So in Monex here, you don't ask your children to read something, you don't force your children to do something. As the matter of fact, just tell your son or tell your daughter, go and have fun and tell me the things that you have learned. And then normally, what is the best part is the children will go and ask and test their parents' IQ and EQ. Okay, so that's the best part. Again, some of the sample here. Okay, why can food always last longer? So all of this, if your children enroll early, means he or she has this ability to learn things beyond his or her age. Okay? And again, I repeat, one of the unique selling points is you don't just read, you create instead. So it's so much fun there. Well, last but not least for me, see, I cut it short already. Straight away go to the point. Okay? Straight away go to the point. Now let's see one testimonial from our parents and the showcase from our children encyclopedia. Okay?
Now I would like to invite Sammy again to present to you the testimonial. A moment first,
One art piece, one knowledge. Let's check out the first artwork. Wow, it's uncommon to see encyclopedic art. Wherever one features moments. Let's listen to the presentation from our military professor. The directions and movement back and not come to those who are that our students share their encyclopedic artworks. Moments found knowledge through art, visually, and also the testimonial from others. If you do not know, click the links below and we'll see you next time. Let us move to the kingdom of knowledge.
So yeah, that's the whole point. The children will need to draw out the questions and the answer is inside the artworks. So there's a hidden message behind it. And she's one of our ambassadors for Monash. I hope to see Filipino children become one of the ambassadors here. It's so much fun to present all of these in a fun way to create an encyclopedia art. Okay, so I'm Sammy from Monash, and please feel free to visit our booth. And again, like what Mr. Richie said just now, you guys love to eat, love freebies, okay? So only for 100% Filipinos, okay, you can come to our booth there. There's a privileged franchising package for Filipinos only, okay? So please drop by. Thank you so much.